Hello everyone. It's been a while since I made a video. I actually made one a couple days ago. I hadn't uploaded it yet, but I'll upload it in a little bit. I got a new purchase. God, what was it? About a week ago, roughly. And yeah, actually, it was over a week ago now. This is Saturday. I bought it last Friday. It's a 2010 Dodge Charger Pursuit vehicle. I bought it just because I was tired of putting miles on my truck. I've put 15,000 miles on my truck within the past year, and I'm just don't want to do that anymore. And I got this car for relatively cheap. I paid more than I wanted to for it, but yeah, it was close, so you know, wasn't a big deal. And also looking at it, the police department did a lot to this car, you know, as far as replacement parts, because these Chargers, especially these first gens, had quite a few issues, to say the least. This was a K9 vehicle, so the door panels have been removed. Like I said, I do have them. Yeah, other door panels moved. Of course, the seat's in perfect condition because they never used it. It had a kennel back here. Here's some crap from just using the car. One thing is, you know, I got to put all this stuff back together. There's bolts missing and stuff like that. There's a bunch of dog hair in there I need to clean out. Yeah, the car's running right now. It runs great. When I first got it, it had some issues. It idled perfect, but going down the road, the power just was not there. But it had been sitting for 2 years, so I figured the gas in it was going bad and it just needed to be replaced. So I filled it up and just drove the crap out of the car. And within 100 miles at the most, I'd say actually probably 50 to 60 miles, it got all the old gas out and cycled the new gas into it, and it really did a great job after that. It honestly drove like a new car. One big problem that I had was this car was overheating at idle. It's not a problem that I noticed right away just because I was driving the car a lot and I didn't really idle it that much. But and of course, this is your temperature gauge. And yes, auto the stick. This is a police vehicle. It does have the spotlight. 104,955 miles. Yeah. One of the tire sensors is bad. That's why that light's on. But one of the problems I was having with the car was that, like I said, at idle, it was overheating. So I figured it was either going to be a thermostat and or a fan that was bad. And I knew that these Chargers had problems with the fans being bad, especially the factory fans being bad, and they didn't want to break and go through the radiator. A lot of Chargers, especially police vehicles, have had that problem. So I didn't go looking through the records, and I did get all the maintenance records with the car. I mean, it's this envelope right here full of them. Yeah, that's full of records. So one thing I did not do, and I probably should have, was you know, look through all the records before I really started messing with too much. But what I did was I pulled the fan out, and you know, I ordered a new fan and a new thermostat. And then I looked through the records and saw that the fan had actually been replaced because it went through the radiator. So the police department put a new fan in it, as well as a new upgraded fan, I should say, as well as a new radiator. So I pulled the fan out, you know, like I said, I tested the fan, you know, put power to the positive side. or to the positive, one of the positive terminals of the fan. And what it was is there's two fans on the engine. You have this fan right here on the driver's side. This one mainly controls your air conditioning. The one on the passenger side is the one that controls the cooling, for the most part, controls the cooling of the vehicle. Especially at idle, you'll hear that fan kick on when when it gets to a certain temperature. Well, it wasn't doing that before. So I tested the fan. I knew the fan worked. So I went ahead and canceled my order of the other fan, which was like $150, $170, something like that. And I started looking at a connection issue. And what it turned out to be was a bad connection at the or from one of the relays that activates the fan. There's 3 or 4 different relays that work those fans for low to medium, or for low speed, medium, and high speed. I'm not going to try to get into that because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to that. But there was a bad connection at those, and all I did was I took it out, cleaned the terminals, and put it back in. And lo and behold, it works. Works like a charm. So I've had this car idling for hours, and it has been perfect. Power is fantastic. Transmission shifts perfectly. Brakes are great on it. I mean, this car has actually held up very well. Sorry if I sound congested and crap because I have allergies, but I actually fixed the spotlight. This switch right here was missing along with this back cover. I ordered another entire handle, but I did not feel like splicing the wire because the one that I ordered had a short wire here. It was cut like right here and had a different connector on it, which would have been a pain to deal with. And the wire runs up through here and goes somewhere else. There's a little bit of wobble in there. I don't really care that much, but it now works. The interior is very clean. Most of the Dodges I've seen have had this problem here, where the dash starts kind of peeling up. There may be a way to fix that. I don't really care that much. It does have dome light, red, white, off. I mean, of course, it's a stripped down car. But one thing that I don't know if I'll ever fix it. I don't know if it'll work, but there is a CD in here, and it doesn't come out. I got it to come out once, just because that was the first time I did it, and it came out. And it's actually if it'll play, but it's a Five Finger Death Punch CD. So I got a free CD with the car, and I actually like that band, so I'm okay with that. See, now you can see it's just stuck. Yeah. So we're back on the radio, but AC works great. And one of the other problems I was having, again, with the car overheating, is the AC did not work at idle either. So I figured it was probably going to be one of the fans, but I wanted to go ahead and just replace all that stuff just to make sure. But then looking back through the records, the police department already replaced all that stuff. Also, something I did was, of course, here you can see the wires for radio, and they cut a couple somewhere in here. Yeah, up there at the top on my middle finger. They cut a couple wires, of course. Other loose wires. I'll eventually go through and clean all that up. But I changed the standard cigarette lighter because the wires were missing on it, and that was probably one of them there. But I put one of these dual USB ports in here because, well, this car, being a 2010 base model, has no USB port. Turn the radio down. So yeah. I bought that on Amazon for like $10-15. Works great. All the vents except for that one over there work just fine. These little wings, I guess, whatever you call those are broken in that other side. And of course, with the COVID-19 crap going around, and with the job that I have, I keep a bottle of hand sanitizer in the car. Go ahead and hit the trunk release. So here's what I have back here. Antifreeze, because you never know. I do have a gas mask back here, just because. Gloves, Halligan tool. There's disinfecting wipes back there. That's a go bag with just a bunch of stuff in it. Water, of course. There's a spare tire under there as well. Nothing on the trunk. The only problems that I've seen on the car as far as exterior is busted tail light. The tires need to be replaced. Of course, it needs to be painted. And it is missing the front brush guard, the push bar, but it at least has the brackets, which I'm very happy and thankful about that. But I don't know if you can see it, but there's there's a little dent right there. That is the only problem. Those are the only problems exterior wise on the car. There's no big scratches, no dings. I mean, this is where they had the wires. They originally did have a years ago they had a spotlight, or they had a light bar up here, but they took that off and they actually did a sorry about the allergies, but they did a, I don't know if you can see the lines right there, but they did one of those inside light bars. And I'll go ahead and pop the hood. There's dirt dog nest right there. I need to clean the engine bay up. So, but of course there's a fuse box. And if you don't know, the battery on the Dodge Charger is located in the trunk. Sorry, I'm trying to get the hood up. This hood's hot as crap. So, but yeah, the battery box for the battery is located in the trunk. So that's your positive, and then that over there is your negative. Of course, fuse panel. And these relays and this relay right there work your fan. Well, that's popped off. See? Now that fan kicks on that. But all the fluids in the car were absolutely perfect. I mean, the car runs great. They did put a fan and air filter in there, which I don't really care. But yeah, that's really about it. Oh, one other problem I had is hood release. The cable came off. You can't see it, but it's behind that spring, down below that spring. That came off. So, of course, you can't get the hood open when that happens. So, if you ever have that problem, it's not going to focus, but there's two bolts back up in there. Well, actually, right there, or right back there, that holds the hood release on. And you take a very long, thankfully I have a 2-foot long extension with a couple, or with a flex head adapter, and I was able to get up in there and just take those, take those 2 bolts out and get the hood popped up. Then you can reach in here and hit a little release down there, and then you're good to go. You put the wire back on, then you bend it to where the wire is pushed up a little bit more, and it's not going to come back off. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, this is my 2010 Dodge Charger. I will be posting more videos about this one I'm trying to buy another one. There's a 2013, I think it's a 13. It's a second gen Charger that police department has that's been wrecked in the back. And that was a supervisor's car. So I'm going to try to get that as well. But I paid $4,000 for this car. Yeah, it's not horrible. It's a little bit higher on the scale of what these things normally go for, but yeah, as far as what they go for in auction, but it was worth it. So, but I'll put some more videos up sometime. They're really busy, with all this crap going on with this freaking virus. So, yeah, of course, like everybody says, stay safe, and I'll talk to y'all later.